What do you want?
The views and opinions expressed in the following podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the DVM production empire. That's how you know it's good.
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy.
What's going on, Bear?
Oh, I'm not really having a good holiday.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It gets pretty loud, and all the adults start yelling at each other. And I got this uncle that's from Texas, and he says things that I don't hear all the times of the year.
Wait, what does he say?
Well, just open the door and find out.
9/11. Affirmative action. The Jews. I see your point.
Yeah, I've never liked this holiday.
You just don't know the true meaning of Thanksgiving.
Well, what's the true meaning?
The true meaning of Thanksgiving is threefold. Squirrel vengeance, high school football lawsuit, and drunk birds.
Wow, that sounds way better.
Yeah. Now why don't you come over to my house for some pumpkin pie? I have an uncle, but he's mute.
I like it already.
What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupid of the DVM Production Empire. I am Patrick.
And I'm Bear. We read the stupid, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
It is a shorter week for us, but it doesn't stop the stupid.
Doesn't stop the stupid.
But it kind of shot the idiot. I guess that works.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we got some. Boy, do we have some interesting stupid. We actually have two local stories in our stupids this week.
Do we want to do the retraction first, or save it till later?
Just why would you just dampen the mood right off the bat with that?
I'm just saying, because we're news people.
We will get to it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying the credibility.
Breaking news at 9:00. Oh, hey, we screwed something up last week.
They would worry about the credibility of the rest of these. I'm just saying.
We didn't screw it up. Someone else
screwed it up.
Someone else lied.
Liars.
Everyone and got called out.
No, go ahead. We'll do it. We'll do it after. Stay tuned.
No, since you've already ruined it.
No, I don't think it's ruining. I think because they may know, and they're like, what if our credibility is on the line?
So
we're not Brian Williams.
We
here.
reported last week about the man who married a snake.
It's an awesome story.
I checked so many news sources and so many places were running with it. Like, yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
It turns out a British journalist in Thailand made it up.
Jerk.
He was just there doing news for Thailand. He's like, you know, it'd be funny.
It'd be hilarious. Let's see how many outlets get this.
Yeah. So the man, he's actually a Malaysian fireman. So he's actually, a really good dude. Lives with his
snakes.
Yeah, he lives with his snakes, but he's married and he has a real wife. So he's married
But not a snake wife.
to a person, a real person, and he just happens to have a few snakes.
Jerks.
Yeah,
But we take our news seriously.
Mm-hmm.
We take our stupid seriously.
Very serious about our stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So that British journalist in Thailand,
Shame on you.
fuck you.
Shame.
For
clang,
ruining
clang, clang.
such
Shame.
a fun story.
Clang, clang, clang. Shame. Clang,
I will
clang.
never think that a man can get married to a snake again. I can't imagine a world where that's true now.
Well, I think, I think someone should prove us wrong.
You know what happened? Barry Allen messed with the timeline.
There it is.
So it's all fixed, but it's not. But it is.
Someone should prove us wrong. Go and marry a snake and then report it.
Mm-hmm. But you have to be a man.
Let us
You say man married a snake.
Let us live in a world where this is possible and
Yeah.
happens.
Do us a favor. Put your life on hold for like 5 years so they can say it's legit.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Marry a snake.
just come on. Like, we do this for you.
Right. So
That's like the least you could do for us.
you can marry a snake.
In the event that multiple people marry snakes, then we'll just have to, start a religion.
Yep.
And then this will spiral out of control. We might finally get that trip to Disneyland we were talking about, like in the first few episodes.
Yep.
And we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things spiraling out of control, there's a alderman from Chicago,
Yep.
Howard Brookins. He
Real name.
he had a real impassioned speech back in October.
It's about racism.
No.
Oh, it's about the economy.
In an indirect way, yes, but
Sure.
no.
It's about how people talk to other people and bullying, cyberbullying.
No, it's not cyberbullying.
What's
you
it
idiot.
about?
It's about these overly aggressive squirrels.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he gave a impassioned city council speech about the menace that is these aggressive squirrels. Anything what these squirrels doing, that they're being so aggressive. They are chewing through all the lids on the garbage toters that the city's giving to people. So every toter ends up getting ruined because of squirrel. And in as quick as 2 days of getting the garbage can, there are already squirrels chewing through these things. And I guess making it so they can't be used, or the people they don't want them, because they're all chewed up. These garbage cans, they got giant holes in them now.
Okay.
Which I guess is a problem because of raccoons and whatnot.
Sure.
But he's saying it cost the city like $300,000 in damage from all these squirrels.
Okay, that's like, what is that? That's like
$300,000 in garbage cans.
$30,000 in red light tickets. They cost $100 to pay. 30,000 red light tickets, and there we go.
I don't think you know how math works.
I'm just saying they'll get the money for the new garbage cans.
That'd be like 3,000.
3,000. That's what I meant. Shit.
You're talking about 10 times the amount of garbage cans. Okay.
Well, then they'd find a way to get extra money.
Little for you, little for me.
Listen, I brought you guys here over the weekend for something really, really important.
Oh, okay. We got a lot of city business going on, so I can't imagine this trumps anything else that we have.
This is a menace. We are under attack.
Oh my God! Should we call in the National Guard?
I'm thinking about it. But
Johnson, get on the phone.
Get on the phone and make sure they're ready for when I'm ready. I'm not ready yet, but I'm just going to see what
Howard
you guys
has a
think.
motion that I think
I have
he's
a
about to
motion.
bring.
We need
Okay.
to stop the scourge
Right there.
of the impending doom
Building the
and
wall.
disaster
Got it.
that has been brought on
Let's do it.
by squirrels.
Hold on a second.
Yes, squirrels. They're attacking our city. They're eating our walnuts.
Johnson, we would put the phone down.
Hold on. Yeah, tell them to hold on. Tell them to be ready.
Don't tell anyone to be ready.
Tell them to be ready.
Don't
Tell them stand fast.
Howard.
I don't know how you do that, but stand faster. If they're standing,
Howard.
tell them to stand faster.
Howard.
Make sure they're ready.
Howard.
Yes.
Did you take your medication today?
Yes, I did.
Show me your mouth. Is it still in there?
Under
the tongue.
Under
the tongue. I still see it there.
So what?
You didn't swallow your Howard.
There are squirrels, and they are everywhere.
I feel like you're making.
They're
these
trying
up.
to take our garbage. They're trying to eat our garbage, and they're trying to marry our daughters.
Howard, this is the third time in the past 6 months where you've decided not to take your medication. Remember what happened the last 2 times? You wanted to ban oxygen because it was getting in the way of you seeing things.
It was.
And then you wanted to make the water turn solid because wouldn't it be great if you could just eat your water?
And what did we have? We had ice cream that day.
We already have ice. We don't need to spend
Thanks
money.
to me.
We don't need to change the river to ice. Nature does it on its own soon.
I know, but I wanted it right then and there.
Okay, here's another thing. You probably shouldn't eat that water. It's poison.
I do not know what you're talking about. I've had 2 scoops of water today, and I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Now we finally got into it. Let's get
the squirrels.
Okay, yes, the squirrels. The squirrel. Everyone, the squirrels. Am I right?
I believe it
Okay, let's move on to the next item.
was a famous person who once said, "Give me squirrels or give me death."
I believe you're butchering a quote, but I'm not gonna.
He was a person
Yeah, totally.
who was afraid of squirrels and the things they could do.
Yeah.
A squirrel stole my debit
squirrels-
card and
what else
ran up.
What else can squirrels do?
Squirrels
They
can.
can steal your debit card.
They stole my debit card
Come
and
on,
they
Howard.
ran up
Howard, this
a
is ridiculous.
bill. They ran up quite a bill at Nuts on Clark.
All right. Fair enough.
Quite the bill.
Quite the bill.
I did not have that much popcorn.
But I assure you.
But I assure you the squirrels are full.
And now that's how October 21st went.
October 22nd. Well.
November 13th, a plan is put into action. Alderman Howard Brookins is on a bike path. He's out enjoying the day, getting a little bit of exercise.
Yeah.
When out of nowhere, from the shadows, comes a suicide squirrel.
Squirrel.
I can't help but say Squirtle. A suicidal squirrel who jumped in the front spokes of his bike and got caught on the tree.
Oh God!
Yeah. So imagine the effects of putting a stick in your tire,
Oh,
but
God.
it's a squirrel. And he launched off his bike and suffered enough damage that he has to get surgery to his face and upper body, and he'll be out for months to recover.
Great. I mean, it's terrible.
That's like the
Suicide
squirrel definition of talk shit, get hit. So, not even a month ago, or no, at this point it was a month ago. He said, "We gotta do something about these terrible squirrels." And then a couple weeks later, squirrel's like, "Yeah, I'll give you."
His name was Squirrel Hamid.
Oh,
He will be in paradise, where he will get 72 walnuts.
A flua almond.
Yeah, they're gonna blow us up. Anyway, that's great because the squirrels are like, "Did you hear what he said?"
And there's squirrels everywhere here, and I totally feed them.
I have a squirrel that comes up. Yeah, a squirrel that comes up to the porch every day.
Yeah, I got
He gives like waffles and stuff.
He gives you waffles?
He gets waffles.
Oh, you
Like if I make waffles, I'll take a piece off and I throw him a waffle.
You put it on a plate with some syrup and fork
No,
and knife?
he doesn't like it.
Oh,
Because I gave him a piece that had some syrup on it once, and he was like, pass. And so then I gave him just a plain waffle.
He's diabetic.
I don't know. But I respect that, and I understand. So I just give him a piece of plain waffle.
You get like your Eggo waffle, you cut it into cut 3/4 of it off. You're like, this is mine. And
This is for squirrel.
this
No,
is for
because you got to
Natty.
cut it up first. I mean, that's the way you do it.
Or you can just cut it up as you go.
No, I don't do that.
Because you're a
But
fucking
then you get-
savage.
You get the syrup on every piece of the waffle. You don't have to worry about it.
Or you just pour it right the first time. and
Don't
I'll
worry
be
about
with
it.
I
Don't worry about how I eat my
I
waffle.
don't worry about it because I do it the right
I
way.
take one triangle piece and I give it to the squirrel.
No, I
That squirrel will never attack me.
As long as the waffles don't stop. You've got yourself into a classic case of mob protection. There's going to be a day where you don't have waffles,
I know, right?
and you're going to ride your bike.
It's Cinnabon, too.
And he's
He
going
likes
to
Cinnabon.
send a blue jay after you.
You're right. Get him. Dive, dive, dive.
Go for his ears. He
That's
hates
hilarious. They're like, get him.
it.
We will take care of your squirrel family.
Jesus Christ. I love that he makes this like passionate plea to the city of let's get rid of these squirrels. And the squirrels just clap back like, say something again. Say something again. This is our neighborhood. We were here first. See this tree? It's older than you.
Older than you.
My-
Older than all of us.
My great. It's a very short lifespan. Great
Grand squirrel.
great grand squirrel planted this acorn here that grew this tree, which I now reside in, staring at you, sending my assassins after your stupid ass bike. There's actually not to be gross, but there's totally a picture of the squirrel caught in the tire. And he's wrapped up in it. It's not.
He will always be remembered as a martyr.
I guess it's just, man.
Good
You look at that squirrel.
What a way to go.
He must have been full of nuts.
Was he nuts?
Yeah. Speaking of fucking nuts,
Ugh.
we have the story of possibly the worst case of sportsmanship I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
This is another local thing. This is the northwest suburbs of Chicago.
Yep.
Two high schools played each other, Fenwick versus Plainfield North. For you, if you're unfamiliar with what happened, apparently everyone I know that I've talked to about this in the past week knows about this because it's blown up to be such a big story for some reason. Oh, I know, because it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So what happened is these are the playoffs. I believe it might even be the semifinals. One article was talking about how it's, we're gonna play for the championship game. So I don't know if they're just in the playoffs or if it was the semifinal game.
It's semis because playoffs are the finals are usually Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, so it's for a chance to play in the Class 7 championship on Saturday. So yeah, this was for the championship game. So this game happened this past weekend, Saturday. It ended in a controversial way, in that the officials screwed something up. I'll break it down for you, but the gist of it is the officials screwed up a play. Fenwick was going to win the game. The officials screwed up, and eventually Plainfield North won the game in overtime. And now attorneys for Fenwick filed an emergency order Monday afternoon to try to overturn the outcome of the game. They were so upset that the refs screwed up a play that they actually brought it to court on Monday and said, hey, you need to overturn this because these kids not going it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and the school will face irreparable harm from not being able to go, and all this nonsense. I'm going to break down the play for you.
Yeah.
So here's what happened.
And then I'll go back to the irreparable harm because I do have experience with this.
It's 10-7. Fenwick is leading 10-7. 4 seconds left in the game. It's fourth down. They're in Plainfield North, or their backs are to their own end zone.
Right.
So they're close enough that if they down the ball, it gives Fenwick a chance, or gives Plainfield North a chance to kick it. So let's say they're on their own 20-yard line. So they're deep in the zone. It's fourth down. 4 seconds left. They snap the ball. The quarterback just runs around for 4 seconds to kill the clock, and then just chucks the ball. The officials call it intentional grounding, which is just a loss of down.
Right.
And yards. So, because it's fourth down, it's supposed to be a turnover. But the game's over, right? The officials said, no, can't end on a penalty. So we're going to let them run one play. So they Plainfield North kicks a field goal, ties the game, goes into overtime. You're thinking, what the fuck just happened, right? Now, high school, with their sudden death, they have, or with their overtime, they go back and forth. It's not sudden death of whoever scores a touchdown first wins. So if one team goes down and scores a touchdown, the other team has a chance to go down and try to score a touchdown too.
Right.
That's what happened. Plainfield North ends up winning 18-17 because they got a 2-point conversion.
Right.
So Fenwick North just got screwed because the officials blew the call at the end of the game. They should not have given Plainfield that play because they say the game can't end on a defensive penalty, but it was an offensive penalty. It should have just been end of game, whatever.
That's it. Yeah.
But the officials screwed up, let the game continue, and Fenwick ends up losing. So lawyers decided to take this to the court and say, no, this is an emergency.
Yeah.
I need you to take care of this right now
because practice.
Because our children don't get to play football in the state championship game.
I remember this episode of Friday Night Lights.
Was there an actual episode?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they lost, and then they went home. That's it.
Oh, yeah. I guess it sucks. When the officials screw something up. Mind you, these are high school officials. So they spend about 3 hours a week thinking about football.
Right.
And then they're, I don't know, a fucking banker during the day.
Yeah, well, I've got opinions on refs because it cost me my fucking fantasy team the other day, but whatever.
Yeah, but you know what? You moved on.
I have
didn't
moved.
file a lawsuit
I'm thinking about it.
against the NFL's referee.
The biggest thing, the one thing that they're trying to go with probably too is that some of these players, if some of these players are going to go, here's the thing: if they're going to go to college, or if they're going to do whatever, and they're trying to say that it's going to like irreparably damage them or this, that, and the other thing. They're already going to college. They already know who they're playing for.
This was their first, in the 87 years the school existed, this is their first championship game appearance.
Oh, I know.
So it was a big deal.
I mean, I went to school around here. And
so you just know Fenwick's history of state football.
No, they've never won.
Well, no, but this is the first time they've ever even been there.
Right.
You don't have to win to be there.
Well, at any rate, I remember when my high school went to the championship, our quarterback was playing half-assed because he was afraid of getting hurt because he was going to Stanford.
He's like, I already got everything. I don't want to.
Yeah, and I remember that. So I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, a lot of them already know where they're going or what they're doing. So that's neither here nor there. But if you put it in, the whole thing that people need to understand, especially when it comes to refs, is like you put them in the position to make these calls. Now, granted, sometimes they suck, but you put them in position. So,
yeah,
there you go. And the one thing you just taught the kids are, if I don't like the outcome, I could sue.
Exactly.
I wonder where they got that from. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Dude, all these. Well, I mean, we are a sue happy society.
Oh, sure. Even more so now.
Yeah, now it's, I don't like something, I'm going to sue it.
I saw a car the other day.
No way. You saw a car?
And the license plate was, I'll sue you. I sue you. Is what it was.
Probably a lawyer.
Great. He deserves it.
Or
I wished at that moment that I had won like the Powerball, because I would just want the money just so I could hit that car.
Yeah.
And be like,
we'll go
do it.
Insurance.
Yeah.
But it's not even just a lawyer. It's probably someone that sued someone on some bullshit and got it. And like, ooh, I'm going to get this money and then mock you by getting his license plate. Yeah, even the IHSA, which is Illinois' high school athletic kind of governing body, they said almost immediately after the game that, Fenwick should have won. This was an error.
Yeah.
Sucks, right? Like, that's all they can do. They can't change the outcome of a game.
No.
So they brought it to the courts. Who heard it this morning? Would you like to hear the totally non-guessable outcome?
Sure.
The judge threw it out because she said that she can't change the outcome of a game. She doesn't have the authority to do that.
Right.
She's like,
people
when you're in a playing field, one side wins, one side loses. Deal.
People seem to think, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious what they think that the courts have authority for.
Yeah.
Because one of the best stories out of this past election season was on the day of the election, because everybody thought that Trump was going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
He even had lawyers in Nevada because I guess because there were so many people, in line to vote, they let them stay open a little while longer.
Yeah.
And they were already wanted to sue because they thought the outcome was going to be against them. And the judge is like, so what do you want? And he's like, I want all the names of the people who work the thing and everything. She's like, no, that's going to be public record. That's going to, their addresses and their phone numbers have to go into the record. And anyone could get that. So I'm going to leave these people open to fucking trolls to people who don't
Yeah.
understand and everything like that. She goes, I don't have the authority to do this, let alone the wherewithal, you know? And
It's like,
she's
no, you're a judge. You can do everything.
right.
I've
And
seen
it's the
TV.
same people that are like, you need to overturn this football game. It's like, what power over football games do you think I have? Like, because I lost $100 on the Bears the other day, and I'd like to overturn that game and be like, I'm a judge.
I'm a judge. I can do it. Suck it.
Yeah,
So
it's terrible.
I'm gonna need that $100 back.
And it
I
sucks.
overturned
It
it.
really sucks. It does suck. Like, that's a sucky situation.
But what should you teach your kids when you're dealing with a sucky situation?
That you can sue your way out of it.
Sue your way out of it.
You know, and it's just terrible.
I hate, of course, someone.
And I don't
would
think a
be
single kid. I
this
don't think a
fucking
single
petty.
kid was like, you know what? Let's lawyer up.
I mean, if they've been raised that way, their dad's saying, you know what? If someone says anything to you weird, just I'll sue them. It's fine. Say, oh, okay, I'm just gonna walk around just bumping into everyone. Say, my dad's a lawyer. I can do what I want.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that before. Cops love it when you yell that at them.
Do you know who my father is?
Yeah.
My
Cops
dad's a
love
lawyer.
that.
I used to love getting that when I was back in the day when I was bouncing. My dad's a lawyer. He's gonna sue you. I'm like, okay,
Bring it.
go for it. Everyone thinks everything's a lawsuit.
Bring it.
You cut in front of me at Steak and Shake. I'm gonna sue you.
Okay.
And that's the thing. You could potentially sue anyone for anything. It's just a matter of whether a judge sees it and goes, no,
Yeah,
nah, I'm not.
wasting
That's
time.
not real. You spent money on a lawyer to draft that. I'm not gonna do anything with it.
No.
And if you
Definitely.
try to do something like that again, I'm gonna charge you with fucking with the court.
Right. Contempt. Wasting the court's time.
But yeah, I don't know how a judge would deal with that. I think they'd just have to be drunk all the time.
Yeah, they'd have to go get a drink. And who better to drink with?
Then a bunch of birds in Canada. Finally, we're getting out of here. I was so happy the last couple weeks. I'm like, yeah, nothing local. We're great.
Right?
And this week, hey, guess what?
Everything.
Attack squirrels and lawsuits from football games. Well, in Calgary, there's a bit of an issue with drunk birds. This
I
is,
played that game. I love that game.
no, you're thinking of Angry Birds.
Oh, I think it was Angry Drunk Bird.
No, you're
'Cause
thinking.
not only do they hit the pigs, they belittle them too.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, see what you made me do?
PM on a
I was a football player. They overturned my game. I should have won state.
I could have got state. I bet I could fly right over these mountains. But yeah, you're a bird. Shut up.
You don't tell me what I am.
There is an annual increase of drunk birds hitting windows in this area because of a berry called the mountain ash berry. They end up staying on trees longer than typical berries do, and by doing so, they end up fermenting a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so birds are going to town on these berries, and that's, just free food hanging out on the tree. They're thinking, hell yeah, I'm going to score these berries. Because the fermentation, it's a slight fermentation, but, these are tiny little birds.
But nonetheless, yeah.
So, they're essentially doing shots.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should
What?
go south.
Nah, dude, why there's food everywhere? Why would
I know, but
why would I leave?
I just think just hit the road, man. Let's go see what
Dude,
stuff is like in the south, because I hear it's warm.
only if we're starting our band finally.
Of course we're gonna start a band.
Okay,
That's what
because
do.
we always talk about it.
I know, but we're gonna go south.
Every winter we
And
talk
we're gonna
about
start a
it.
band.
And we don't. And I just want to make sure because
And
this
we're
is
gonna.
probably
I got the best name. I got the best name for it.
Do it. Tell me it.
We're called the Birds.
What?
The Birds.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no one's ever
Yeah.
called themselves that.
No, because they can't. Because they're not.
They're not actual birds.
Give me another berry. Real quick.
Here's this berry.
It's like a Jello shot.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So
I'm not a Jello shot fan.
the Alberta Institute of Wildlife Conservation says that each year, it sees a spike in admissions due to birds flying into windows.
Hi, my name is Tweety, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Tweety.
It used to be, God, I'd wake up in the morning, fly if I could, because I was still drunk on berries the night before. And then one day I thought I saw a putty tat, and there was no putty tat. It was just I learned that my dependency on berries, that was the greatest putty tat of all.
It's okay, Tweety. This is a safe space.
Thank you. Yeah, but now I'm 2 weeks sober. Thank you. And I'm doing the steps. I went and apologized to that bird that I cursed out, which just turned out to be my reflection. And
I guess we all have a little apologizing to do to ourselves.
And I'm just gonna keep flying back, keep flying back. I have the power to tweet what I could tweet, and the ability to know the difference.
Definitely a certain way. So.
What?
So instead of coins, what would they get?
Birdseed.
I got my 2-week birdseed.
I got my 2-week birdseed.
I got my 2-week messenger pigeon.
Instead of 12
anklet.
steps, it's 12 flaps.
12 branches.
12 branches. I'm just doing the branches.
I'm just doing the branches, I admit that there's a
God,
higher bird.
Because he's up there.
Yeah.
On that tall branch.
Yeah, I can't fly that high. My wings are small.
One day.
Mountain ash berries.
Yeah.
Water.
Getting loaded.
Yeah, Bohemian waxwings and crossbills gorge on the food sometimes.
So we're back to bird names.
Yeah.
Call him a titmouse. What a dick.
Hey, but you suck my titmouse. You stupid bitch. Oh my god. When did
I
Frank...
just asked if Polly wanted a cracker. What are you... Fuck you.
How about this? Does Cracker want a pally? Suck it.
How about a berry, bitch? Whoa. You taught your parents to say that? No, I didn't. I think he's drunk.
You don't see me eating a tiny person on Thanksgiving, so I gotta eat Jeffrey in front of me.
I knew him.
Jeffrey, you smell delicious. I'm sorry, I've had so many berries. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
What are they doing with those croutons? No, Jeffrey!
Oh, no, it's okay. I heard he liked that.
I heard he was like that.
Yeah, he gobbled that way.
Oh, God.
That was, yeah, that's it for the main stories.
Okay.
But
We got some...
I have something else I have to bring up. I'm just going to read you the headline from this one.
Sure.
Man fined for pretending to be a ghost in Portsmouth Cemetery.
Ooh, where's Portsmouth?
I don't know. Maine or something?
Probably.
No.
No.
I don't know.
So
I didn't look it up just because I saw...
Pretending to be a ghost.
Yeah, it's...
What's the fine? There's two, actually.
Oh, it's over in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he was fined £35.
Ooh.
And then ordered to pay... what's funny is he's quoted as saying that. I'm not even kidding.
What is saying? Woo.
Anthony Stollard pleaded guilty at the magistrate's court for using threatening or abusive words or behavior likely to cause distress. He was out drinking with his friends when they went to the Kingston Cemetery in Portsmouth, where they started to play football.
Like you do.
Which is probably soccer, in freedom units. Police spokesman said that witnesses complained to the cops about the rowdy behavior and him pretending to be a ghost, walking around, and he was actually, they were being rowdy, and he was throwing his arms in the air saying, "Woo." That's an actual quote. So
was this like during the day?
It doesn't say so.
It has to be. I mean, if there were people there,
right? It would be kind of weird just to go play soccer in the middle of the night in a cemetery.
Yeah.
But still, who gets day drunk decides to go play soccer in the cemetery and then pretend to be a ghost.
That guy.
Anthony Stollard.
From England.
The charge of causing criminal damage to gravestones was dismissed, so they were first charged with
You gotta...
criminal damage to gravestones. Which, if you were doing that, then fuck you.
Right.
But I mean, if you're running around pretending to be a ghost, like, come on, guy. Come on.
I don't know if everybody else has a sense of humor.
Yeah, like...
That's me, like, I'm your Uncle Barry! Woo!
Like, he's got his friend on the other side of the gravestone. Text me the name. This is Samantha Puddington. I don't know. I want to give her... It's English.
That's very English. No, you're right. Samantha Puddington. You gotta write that one down. Samantha. Oi! I'm Samantha Puddington!
No, you're the ghost of Samantha Puddington.
Woo! Oi!
What? You made her Australian, like a drunk Southerner.
Yep.
Gave her a bit of a Cockney accent.
Oi! Anyway.
And it sounded like you were doing it in blackface. So that was pretty
What?
racist.
Because I was.
Oh my god. Makes me kind of want to blow up the world.
Yep.
But there's something nice.
Thanksgiving.
It's about Thanksgiving. What would you do if you found a scratch-off lottery ticket worth $100? Like, you found it on the ground, and it said, hey, this is worth $100. All you have to do is turn it in somewhere that takes them.
Right, turn it in somewhere that takes them.
Mm-hmm. And what would you do with the money?
I don't know.
Would you keep it for yourself?
Give it to charity.
Well, you are sure as, like, 7-year-old Phoebe Brown of Independence. I think, yeah, Independence. Independence.
The panda
Missouri?
that don't need nobody.
No.
The panda don't need no man. I'm independent.
This is my dance, what I do when I'm in jail. It's my independence.
So a 7-year-old found it?
7-year-old Phoebe Brown found it and went up to her mom like, hey, Mom, I found a winner. I love how they... she brought up to her mom, like, it's a winner. It's a winner. And when she was interviewed about it, she's like, no, I knew it was a winner. I could tell. I'm like, what 7-year-old can read a lottery ticket and say, oh, yeah, they won?
Yeah, right.
Why does she know what a $100 scratch-off lottery ticket winner looks like?
I don't actually even scratch off the thing. I just do the barcode.
What's the barcode?
At the bottom, there's a barcode.
So you just scratch it off and scan it?
I scratch it, scan it. Then I'm surprised.
You're surprised? You gotta scratch it off.
But they have the bingo one, and the bingo one takes forever.
Yeah, but it's part of the money that you're paying for it. It's to play the game.
Yeah, I play the game, I scratch off the barcode, and I win $10.
But you're just scratching off the barcode. That's not the game.
Yeah.
It's like ruining
Doesn't matter if you win $100.
Yeah, but if you lose, then you just did nothing. Every time
I would have been pissed if I scratched off all those things to get nothing.
It's better than just... Otherwise, you're just taking the money and throwing it away. If you're taking the money, you can at least play with it, like turn it into a little sailboat, and then throw it away. Okay. You get enjoyment out of your $10 sailboat. I don't know if those bingo ones like $10.
Yeah, no, they're like $5.
Oh, okay, that's way better. You can get
I always want to play the one. I always play the one that's like $5,000 a month for like life.
Anyway,
I can do crazy things with $5,000 a month.
So yeah, she's like, I saw that lottery ticket and it had a 2 on the back. I thought I'd better pick it up, and told my mom it was a winner. Like, why do you know the codes?
Right.
Anyway, so she took it to her mom, and her mom was like, oh, okay.
My mommy plays the lotto a lot.
Yeah, but not enough to recognize a winner when she sees it.
True.
Idiot. But Phoebe decided, or her mom decided, like, oh, what do you want to do with the money? Since you found it, she decided to buy $100 worth of groceries at a local store to add to their the school district's food drive.
Yeah.
They had a canned good for the less fortunate food drive. So she went and bought $100 worth of groceries to donate to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
We,
that was super
my
nice.
dad and I donate money. We paid for a family to have a Thanksgiving dinner through his work. Do that every year.
So you donate the whatever dollar amount they say is, this is how much it would cost to feed a family of
Yeah.
4. Then you donate that much.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I remember one year, I think it was like my dad wanted to teach us about, giving to others and whatnot. I don't remember exactly why, but I remember what we did was, instead of having a traditional Thanksgiving, we had like just noodles and vegetables for dinner that year. And my brother and I were able to donate however many weeks worth of allowance. Because it got to the point where, like, instead of every week, like, here's your money for your allowance, we would just like cross it off on the calendar when they gave us the money. So my brother and I both had like a couple months worth of allowance saved up.
Right.
And they asked us, how many weeks do you want to donate? How much allowance do you want to donate?
Like 0.
No, I actually did a good amount.
Yeah.
I think I gave them like at least half of the money that I had saved up. I mean, it wasn't like hundreds of dollars, but to a 12-year-old or a 10-year-old,
Yeah.
It's like
It's a good amount. Yeah.
here's 30 of my dollars, of all of my dollars.
Right.
I think I had like $50 saved up and I gave 30, something like, I don't know. I want to say we each gave a good amount, and it was a nice lesson to help the less fortunate.
Yeah. Everybody should do that.
Yeah, if you can help.
If you can help. Whatever you can do.
There are people that are, living dollar to dollar, paycheck to paycheck, and it's hard to, offer stuff like that to people, but...
We did a huge coat drive for IO last year.
So you're just getting ginormous coats?
Yeah, like if you could find coats and people, whatever. And then,
I know, but you say you're doing a huge coat drive instead of a coat drive.
So many huge poor people out there.
There's so many 4X coats that got dropped off.
Right. But even I realized, because I had, like, a lot of coats, and I was just like, I don't wear these things. What do I do with them? You put them in a box, you put them in a bag, and you give them to whatever drive, and there you go.
Yeah.
Let's say, look around your house. You got an excessive amount of stuff. There's somebody who doesn't.
Which chances are, if you probably have something that you can part with. I remember it took me years to like finally start realizing, I could throw this away and my life won't be worse for it.
Yeah.
No, my life won't matter. How dare you?
No, it won't matter.
I could throw this away and then no one will love you.
No one will love you.
Okay, well I guess I'm keeping this book for children.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for this.
It's fantastic Thanksgiving
Day
special.
Before Thanksgiving. Where can they find us online?
You can find us individually on Twitter at PatrickNewsom42,
Wah, wah, wah.
at Hungry as a Bear. Wah, wah, wah. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can find this podcast by going to Facebook and searching Stupid's Talking Stupid.
And you can find all the other podcasts on DVMPE.com. Christmas is coming up. Use the Amazon link. Go to the Amazon link and use it. And
it costs you 0 cents extra.
It gives us probably 2 cents extra.
Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 5 cents to just pay for the hosting. So
hosting of the site, so we can bring you all your stupid news. That's going to do it for this week. Stupid Talking Stupid. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
And we'll talk to you later.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Wah, 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 wah.